You're watching Business Day TV, and today we're currently at the Johannesburg Stock Exchange in Sandton, celebrating South Africa's most innovative brands at the annual Brand Africa 100, Africa's best brand event. Hosted by Brand Africa, the awards highlight the remarkable achievements of businesses across various sectors, recognizing those that have made a significant impact on Africa's evolving market. I caught up with some business leaders to find out what it really takes to build and sustain an influential brand in Africa.
Brand Africa as an idea exists to drive a brand-led African renaissance. We believe that brands are the way in which the continent, the country can tell its story, can build its reputation, and can showcase its competitiveness. And that's what our Brand Africa is about. The AfCFTA, Africa Free Trade Continental Trade Agreement, envisions itself to move intra-Africa trade from 15% now to 50% by 2030. That's in 5 years' time. So it's quite an ambitious task. So what brands are going to be moving through the borders? When the borders open, we're hoping that the brands will be African brands.
And just looking at the event, how is it addressing the disconnect between emerging African businesses and access to global markets?
What I like about what is emerging is the fact that we are seeing the gatekeepers being destroyed and being decimated. We're seeing even instances where even us as the media, we're being disrupted. I mean, when I say the media, let me be specific and say mainstream media. However, the exciting part is that, the social media and the digital part of communication is creating space for brands that you wouldn't ordinarily see, coming out of the fore. And Brand Africa has been amazing in that space, showcasing and quantifying these brands that are no longer just sitting at the mercy of, procurement managers who decide whether you live or die, but they just evolve like popcorn. They just emerge in some spaces that you don't know, and they take over the world. And they sit easily with all these dynamic global brands that have dominated our lives, and they've made us to be who we are. But it's now a nice reversal that is now beginning to come in,
Can you please tell us what this award means to you, and also maybe share some of the highlights that you've had over the past decade?
I mean, this award for us, it means a lot because we are finally being recognized, after so many years of pushing this brand, all the way from Mamelodi. South Africa sees us now, so it's a big accomplishment for us. And yeah, the journey has been crazy, a lot of ups and downs. It's been a lot of up and downs. We went down, we came back up, opened our first store again. Today we have 14 stores. We employ about 170 young people, so it's been great. It's been all worth it, yeah.
Please tell us how important or significant events like these are for brands and also for business across the market.
Events like these are very important in the South African fabric, especially considering where we are from a society perspective. They also help us to recognize that we truly have great brands in South Africa, and it's important to invest in these brands. So it really just helps us to remember and reflect on these brands. I mean, we've got incredible brands that have started out as very small brands such as Batu, etc., and really just growing. So it really just helps us to recognize and also celebrate these brands. But more importantly, it helps upcoming brands provide a sort of you can call it motivation, as it were. So really important in the social fabric of South Africa.
Brand Africa 100 highlights some of the leading African brands, but South Africa's share among of the top 100 brands that have declined recently. What is your perspective on this?
Yeah, so several aspects really affect brands, but you see, a brand goes through a cyclical process where this year it'll do really well, next year it may struggle a little bit, but thereafter, what is important for a brand? They have to diversify, they have to re-engineer themselves, they have to innovate, because if they don't, they will continue declining. it's good for a brand to have a slight dip, because it means you've got to wake up and really smell the roses and say, how do I continue being competitive? Remember, once you have a brand, you're not the only unique person who's producing that brand or that product. There are others who are also producing the same product, and they are also innovating. So you've got to always be on top of your game in ensuring that you continue to market and promote and innovate and come up with new ideas around your brand. You would have seen today tech has become an important aspect. AI has become an important aspect. So if you don't embrace what is the movement and the change, you're going to really find yourself really in the back foot. So most certainly it's really important for the brands to really continue to diversify.
I'd want to ask, how do you guys plan to continue being a brand and pioneering in this industry as you have now?
MTN is truly a brand with a Pan-African heart. We have a footprint over more than 19 countries, and we are really committed to delivering our purpose, which is about the fact that everybody deserves a modern, digital, connected life. So we really want to touch more than just customers' mobile phones. We want to touch their hearts, and I think this award is a testament to that.
As we close off the Brand Africa 100 Awards, the key takeaway is to drive a movement to position African businesses on the global stage. This initiative seeks to inspire confidence in African brands, encouraging investment and driving economic transformation across all sectors.